We hear a lot about PTSD being an invisible battle, especially for veterans.
Absolutely.
And it got me thinking, like, what are some less conventional ways of supporting those who've served?
Right.
And I stumbled across this article by Angels Wings Transport talking about aviation therapy.
Interesting.
Yeah, aviation therapy for PTSD. At first, I thought, okay, is this just about like, giving veterans free flights or something?
Right. Getting them out of the house.
Yeah. But it's actually way more involved, like way deeper than that.
Wow. Okay.
So the article breaks down aviation therapy into two main parts. The first one being, well, flying.
Okay. So there is the actual act of flying involved.
Yeah, which in itself can be therapeutic for people with PTSD.
I'm really curious about this. How does that work?
Well, think about it. When you're flying a plane, you have to be hyper-focused.
Right. Yeah. You can't really be thinking about anything else. Right.
Exactly. It demands, like, your full attention in the present moment.
Makes sense.
And that can kind of quiet down all that noise from intrusive thoughts. And, it's a break from that cycle of anxiety and flashbacks that often comes with PTSD.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like a mental reset almost, right?
Right. Then there's the building part of aviation therapy.
Building.
Yeah, like actually building aircraft.
Wow. I did not see that coming. How does that fit into the picture?
So initially I was thrown off too, but it's not just about, keeping busy.
Okay.
The article talks about taking something that's broken and rebuilding it piece by piece.
Right. And there's a real sense of accomplishment in that, I imagine.
Exactly. There's purpose, there's
Yeah.
achievement, and often it happens in like a workshop setting,
Oh, with other people.
Yeah, so you're surrounded by others who get it, who've been there,
I see. Yeah. Building that camaraderie.
which is like crucial for anyone struggling with the isolation that PTSD can bring. So it's kind of amazing. You're like tackling the symptoms, but you're also rebuilding this sense of self.
That is powerful. A two-pronged approach.
Exactly. And get this, the article mentions that there have been studies showing some really positive results with aviation therapy.
Really? What kind of results are we talking about here?
Well, and this is what I think is really promising. We're not talking about Band-Aid solutions here.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, it takes the edge off temporarily. It's about, real change.
Right. I'm listening.
Like a reduction in anxiety, less depression, even the frequency and intensity of flashbacks can be reduced.
Wow.
Yeah. Some veterans have reported feeling like more in control, like they're better able to handle situations that used to be major triggers for them.
That's incredible. Giving veterans back a sense of control. So it's not just symptom management, but it's about improving their overall quality of life.
That's the idea. And it's interesting because it makes you wonder about Angels Wings Transport themselves.
Oh, about them.
Like, why are they sharing this info?
Yeah.
It's not like they are selling, plane parts or flight lessons or something.
That's a good point. It makes you think maybe they're really passionate about raising awareness about alternative PTSD therapies.
Right. Maybe they even offer aviation-related services as part of their programs.
That would make sense, right? Give veterans a chance to actually experience these benefits firsthand.
Exactly. So I guess the takeaway is if you're listening to this and any of this resonates, if you think this could help you or someone don't just let this information fly away, so to speak.
Oh, yeah, I see what you did there.
Do some digging.
Yeah.
Explore the possibilities. You just never know what might bring some relief and healing.
Thinking even more broadly, if finding focus and purpose through aviation can be so powerful for veterans struggling with PTSD, couldn't those same principles be applied in other areas of life as well?
Interesting.
Maybe finding those little pockets of agency, those activities where we feel grounded, more in control, could be a path toward managing stress and even trauma for anyone.
That is something to think about.